Hey, it's me, Sneepo, and welcome back to another video. I already made some EZA concepts for the second years, the Super EZA concept, now that they have released. I think I've gotten quite close to what their actual design was in some ways, but especially from like that the Goku starts off with a higher attack stat and then Vegeta builds up. But hey, we are hoping for part 3 to have this guy's EZA and these guys EZA, and rather we are hoping for that to happen in part 3, and I just couldn't wait no more, so I went out of my way and made their EZAs, or the concepts for their EZAs, and I think yeah, I want to kind of show it off to help you wait for that eventual release for the EZAs. Now this Gogeta already has a really solid base kit that you don't really need to change too much to make him good. Here's what I did. As you can see, it's not that much longer really, and it didn't really do much. I gave him attack and defense 300%, God's all attacks, launches additional super attack, nothing too crazy, and then for 8 turns, I didn't change this because in this meta, 8 turns is all you need. After that, doesn't really matter. So here, attack and defense 200%, damage reduction 50%, and performs a critical hit. As you can see here, it's attacked. It's pretty much the same without damage reduction, and attacks effective against all types. Then from the 9th turn, from the start of battle, it's just a little bit less. And I give him this, which is like pretty much mandatory for units nowadays. And here, when receiving a super attack, I just gave him a great chance of nullifying it and defense 100% like the second year's got. And the G4 also has when he's when he's receiving a super attack. So yeah, pretty nothing too crazy, I would say. Just changed him up a little bit to make him better, suited for modern content. Also changed up his stats, as you can see, so that should also be accounted for, because there's like a formula, which is not really a crazy formula, where you can calculate the stats for EZA units. By the way, if you want to know what that formula is, you take the max level stat minus the base level stat, and then the result of that times 0.4839, and then plus the 100% stat. Why are we doing it this way? I have no idea, but that's how we do it. Anyway, massively raises attack and defense now, from greatly raises, standard procedure. Let's get right into the calcs, which his links are attack plus 67%, defense plus 20%. Support is 4 coups, so not on rotation, but his super attack, G4, AJL G4 on rotation, and the second year's on rotation, whichever one gives the most benefit. So for the defense, it's Vegeta, and for the offense, it's Goku. Now, I calculated every stat here with max links, even though I think supported, that doesn't really work, because all his links won't be active, but I don't care. it won't change it too much anyway. So, by the way, this here is supposed to say, like on the right is supposed to say supported, while on the left it's unsupported. I forgot to change that anyway. These are his APT stats here. Pre-SA, this just means a counter before supering, is 25 million when unsupported, 40 million when supported. 2 super attacks because he has 1 additional, 145 million APT, 232 million when supported, which is like probably gonna be the case pretty much every the case all the time. Now that's also with the active. As you can see, he has an active skill, which I haven't changed because you cannot change active skill. But this active skill, it gives attack and defense plus 40%. So nothing too utterly crazy, but it will definitely increase the stats. 2 super attacks plus a counter, that's the big C. 222 million when unsupported. When supported, 355 million. 3 super, so if the additional, the hidden potential additional procs, that's 333 million unsupported, but when supported, 532 million, which is quite high. Defense unsupported, 453k. Mind you, that's with 50% damage reduction plus guard, so not too shabby, I'd say. And then after super attacking, 3.4 million and 4.5 million from like after super attacking, so nothing too major. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that I did not include the defense he gains from the super attack, because yeah, this is just what he takes, like this is his defense against normals, so he will be safe from normals. I think I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure, I'm gonna be honest. Wait, I can calculate, I can try and recalculate this, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, I recalculated, and yes, those stats are without the plus 100%, so you can double this for supers, which that was my design philosophy with this guy. I wanted to make this guy just immune to supers, really, and then the only really problem are AoEs and like normals. So yeah, this guy is also supposed to be a slot 2 and 3 unit, because with Giant Ape Power in GT Heroes, we already have enough slot 1 units. We don't need more, actually. I mean, this guy can also work in slot 1, I'd say, if you're desperate, but yeah, I designed him as a slot 2 or 3 unit. So yeah, that's his design. I think not too far from what they probably do, because this guy doesn't really need that many changes, you know. So yeah, let's move on to these guys. Now here, I did a little bit more, as you can see, but even here, it's just like I added onto what's already here. And then I changed this up, and I only did this here when receiving an attack plus a defense plus 100%. As the second or third attack in a turn, gain a little bit more stats, but that's the only thing I really added. And then the rest here, that's not too crazy. So yeah, and let's get right into it. I copied their intro from the 7th year EZA'S, damage reduction rate 50%, it launches a super attack for 1 turn, and then this is just updated from their kit, which is defense 150% and guards all attacks for 5 turns. And then here the basic effects, 250%, launch additional super attack, guards all attacks. But I just realized I accidentally put that here and not here. Wait, let me just change this real quick. I think I want to switch this out. That would make more sense, probably. Okay, I changed it real quick. Now it's here, damage reduction rate 30% and guards all attacks in slot 1. Okay, that's what I did. And then the second and third attacker, you get a little bit more attack than defense, and you also have a great chance of evading enemies' attacks. So if need be, they will not be frauds in slot 2 or 3. And when receiving an attack, they gain 100% defense. Now, you can probably see that I don't get too many crazy stats, and pretty much like damage reduction. They will have 80% damage reduction start 1, so turn 1 plus guard, so they will be pretty much invincible. I also changed here, they now greatly raise this attack, so they stack on their ult only, but they stack greatly now. Yeah, that's pretty much all I changed from here. Nothing too much, just gave them more stats, damage reduction, and that's basically it. Now let's get into their talks here. We have attack, like links, attack plus 70%, defense plus 5%, super EZA, VB, support, and VB less Vegeta because he gives 80%. Now, I forgot Forku, but that doesn't matter too much, and I think this team would be a little bit weird if you put Forku in it, so I guess it's probably appropriate. As you can see, because they stack, I did turn 2 to 3 because they greatly stack on their ult. As you can see, and I also went with the assumption that from turn 2 onwards you will have fully built up. So as you can see, they don't do too much damage. Like turn 1 40 million, 50 million APT, 60, 80 million. On their SA plus means that's plus the active. 140 million, 180 million at most. It's not that much, it's really low actually. But that was my design with these. I didn't want to go too crazy with the stats. Now, as you can see, the stats here, start of turn means that this is before they attack, but when receiving an attack buff, like the 100% you gain from that is also included here, because you will always receive an attack to get damage. So yeah, they start off with 1 million roughly unsupported. After super attacking 2.5 million, and like turn 1 is 80% damage reduction plus guard, by the way. So yeah, I think turn 1 you can put them like slot 2, and I don't know if they would be too crazy slot 1, but I think I did some calculations actually, and if we want to see, we can go to this website here, which is a damage calculation website or whatever you want to call it. Let's say you get attacked for 5.5 million. I think this is roughly what int Goku Black hits for on his super. And then 994, 994, 200, 80% damage reduction plus passive guard, and they will tank it. Okay, now let's say it's 6.5 million, they will still pretty much tank it. And then 7.5 million, they will also survive. 8.5, yeah, they will survive, you know. And then 50%, let's say turn 2, it's 1.8 million. So let's just change this. I think it was, doesn't matter if it's too accurate. And then we change this to 50%. Yeah, they will be a little bit more, what do you call it? Open. But they would still work as a good slot 2. And with their support, they have higher stats like 1 million, 2.6, 2.1, 3.5, 4 million, 6 million. And they stack, obviously. So, yeah, that's what I designed them for, slot 1. Units that can work slot 2 and 3 can survive, and that's their only really purpose, to survive. So yeah, that's what I did for these two. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that these are good EZAs? Do you think that this is around the ballpark of what we're gonna get? If we're gonna get better, if we're gonna get worse? What you would do? Advice, tips, whatever, feedback. And well, I would say that's it. See you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. Bye. Oh, and if you want to see more content like this, more EZA, super EZA concepts, maybe even other concepts for Dokkan units, I've been doing that the past week extensively because I just like to do it. I don't know, when I have like some free time, I just like to sit down, or like while I'm watching something, I'm doing it at the side. It's really nice, really I don't know, cool for me. very, what would you call it, calming, you know. I've some more EZAs, super EZAs, and even a little bit like overhauls of like units stored. I didn't do the calcs yet, but if you want to see that, let me know and subscribe. So bye.